Okay, so Caleb, I've heard there's an election coming in USA. I don't think it's the presidential one,
Yep.
but I heard it's a big one. So
Right.
can you tell us why it's so big? What
I-
is it about?
I definitely can.
Two, one, and zero, and liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis, reaching the
So you're absolutely right that there is a big election coming up in November. It's for the whole country, but it's not for the president. It's going to be something we call a midterm election. The term meaning the presidential term, which is every 4 years, but every 4 years, but alternate means every 2 years there's a presidential election and then a midterm election, then a presidential election. The midterm election is mainly for the Congress. So the Senate and the House of Representatives that write our laws and vote on our laws. And importantly, they have the power to impeach the president if they want to. So like when Richard Nixon was removed from the office, it's because of the Congress. Now at the moment, everyone seems to think that this is a very, very important election. I've heard some people saying that it's the most important election in a generation, which is very rare for a midterm election because usually, I think always, we don't care as much about midterm elections as presidential elections. This one is different, and I think both sides, the Democrats and the Republicans, agree that this is very important. Because at the moment, well, if you don't know who's in control of the American government, you're probably not watching this video, so I won't go into details. But the Republicans are basically in charge of everything on a federal level right now. And the Democrats will say that this midterm election is very important because they would like to take control of Congress. In the Senate, they are like 2 seats out of 100 away from actually having a majority. In the House, which is a lot more people, 465, I believe. So the Democrats have a good chance of taking control of the Senate, also a possibility of taking control of the House of Representatives, and this would then give them control of Congress. Now, Democrats say this is essential because the more extreme people say that if Donald Trump stays in the White House, maybe there will not be another election, that he would find a way to cancel elections and become president for life. This is a certain perspective, but Donald Trump has said that he would like to consider being president for life. And it's also possible that the longer he is president, the more he will manage to consolidate his power and make sure that he controls future elections. So Democrats would like to stop this. Ideally, first of all, by taking control of Congress so that they can kind of block the new laws and control the power of Donald Trump. And possibly by trying to impeach Donald Trump. This would be very difficult because in the Senate they would need a supermajority, which means they need not 51 but 67 senators to vote for impeachment. But if this midterm election goes Democratic, that's closer to impeachment than they are now. On the other side, it's essentially a mirror image. Republicans will say it's important for the same reason, but because right now they're in control of everything. The Senate and the House of Representatives are voting and passing laws. The president is signing them, and if they are challenged, the Supreme Court will still approve them. So it's like a machine for making conservative legislation. And if the Democrats take over a majority in the Congress, that goes away. Also, what they are saying to their voters, and using this as a campaign speech, is that if you don't vote for Republicans, the Democrats will impeach the president and you will lose your president. So everyone is talking about the importance of these elections in terms of the president, which makes sense, and this explains why it's a very, very important election, even though it's not a presidential election, because it's very much about the president. So on election day, it just depends who is motivated to vote for what, and it's really hard to say. But it will be really important, and these midterm elections will shape American politics for at least the next few years, if not possibly a generation, if things go in that direction. So, thank you for listening. If you have any more questions about this, please let us know. If you are an American, maybe tell us what you think, but please be nice, because we just want to have a discussion.
Yep, but you can have one comment for Democratic, another for Republic, and then put just likes, and let's see what the people of this channel thinks.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.